who won the first semifinal this afternoon, are here scouting to see what they're going to face in tomorrow afternoon's final. Of course, the East and West divisions of CUFLA do not face each other in the regular season, so if McGill wins this, it'll be a matchup between McGill and Western, who have not seen each other. So anything you can glean from watching the team play is helpful. There's a sidearm whip pass, just ripped up. A nice scoop.
Wow.
What a dangle with the long pole. Eventually losing the ball, but that was pretty impressive by Dan Williams.
Those are almost like hockey dangles there.
Oh, we talked about how he can handle the ball, and McGill hangs on to it. Maxime Murdoch behind the net. He's got 3 assists already today. There's some juking and jiving up top by Biella. He's going to give it off to Sassone Lawless, who has a pair of goals for McGill among their 5. If you're hearing Maxime Murdoch and thinking, could that be the son of Coach Tim Murdoch? Indeed, it is. Biella.
Oh, wow.
Streaks by, what a jab step. And passes off. They've got the ball moving. And Brock is just about a step behind trying to catch up, and they do eventually get back to their defensive positioning. But there's what that first quick dodge can do, is just put the defense in a chasing position and create some opportunities. Brock did a great job getting back to their positions. Jesse Schumann with the defense gets a stick-on-stick check, and Guinea gets just enough. And then the pitchfork check by Colton DeWolf. That's what happens when you go into the goalie's crease. Somebody's going to put you on your butt.
Yeah, they don't. The goalies and the defenders don't take kindly when they get too close to the goaltender.
Connor McGee will take the pass back from Alex Guinea. He's going to throw it up to midfield. Couple of long holes for Brock getting involved in the play. They get it up in the offensive zone and head back. Davis Neal gives it off. Brandon Slade will fake the pass. Fakes the shot and gives it back to Neal. Neal watched carefully by Rakosi. Neal down to Slade. Ham gives it back to him. There's never an easy entree into the middle of this McGill defense. Couple of cutters go through. They're picked up very well. Brock looking very much like McGill in getting all their offensive players down low under the 30-yard line, but now they slip back up top and will reset things and get more vertical. Burasa with the low to high shot, but Weishi makes that look simple. But then the pass is stolen and Neal will score. Weishi, great job on the save, making it look almost casual, but then the pass also looked a little casual and he has it stolen.
Yeah, that's hurtful for William Weishi there. Made as you said, Stephen made an excellent save, and then he seemed a little too comfortable with making that pass out, and he just expected it to go into the stick of his defender, and didn't quite happen. The Badgers were able to deflect that and get a nice quick goal for themselves, put themselves back on the board here to start the second half.
Kind of looked like one of those plays where you're looking further down the field and you don't see the person right in front of you who was there. And Davis Neal just knocks that ball down to himself and absolutely no challenge to put that one into the net, the play.
Brock's happy to get a goal like that to start the scoring here for the second half.
They throw the ball back to Alex Guinea, who just lobs a long pass up and gets it right to Jake Nyhouse. It's a pretty impressive pass from Guinea. That's some serious height. Looked like a punt.
I was just thinking that. It did look like a football punt.
Slade's going to take the pass. Goes back down low. Ham will get it behind the net. Davis Neal with both of the Brock goals so far. So it's 5-2 for the McGill Redmen in this semifinal of the 2015 Baggataway Cup. We've had such exciting games this weekend, and this one kind of still a feeling out process, a little methodical, but that's the way a lot of the games have been. The team's really trying to play smart and making good decisions and not forcing things. And there's a little pressure, though, by McGill. It causes the turnover from Connor Ham, and the sidearm pass skips away momentarily but is recovered. That pass picked off by Parker Bale. What a great stick to catch that pass in midair. It was zipped down there by Matthew C. And Bale makes the long pass across to the far side. Nice job coming back to help by Nick Ribka. Ribka will take the pass from Karam. Ham behind the net, throws it back up top. Oh. That one skips away, and that's going to be a costly turnover.
Those are the types of turnovers Brock can't take right now, especially down by 3.
And we saw a number of them last night from the Badgers, actually. Not so much today when the play resumed against Trent this morning, but last night they really did look kind of nervous. And, maybe some nerves again as they're taking on a very potent McGill team. And Brock, even though they haven't played them, they know how good McGill is.
Oh, yeah, well, it's an obvious thing. You're coming in to play a team who's first in their division. And Brock's a great contender, but McGill just have an excellent defense to shut down the excellent Brock offense.
A little battle there between Maxime Murdoch and Connor McGee. McGee number 8 for Brock with the long pole. McGill will emerge with possession of the ball. Rufus Frost, one of the captains of this McGill club, takes the pass back. Drew Laird with a little move. Switches sides, gets the shot off. Guinea, not sure where it was between his legs. He took a peek behind him. Not something you see that often from a field lacrosse goalie. Normally, they have a pretty good idea. Because there's so little padding, you can feel where it is, but that one just got stuck between his knees.
Yeah, that was almost like an NHL goalie save.
Yeah. Parker Bale once again moving the ball out of his own end. There's Papadinick. Passing it off. Some trouble for Brock here. Nice job. Hayden Nix stripping that ball. But the Badgers get it back. Slade takes the pass from Karam, and he's just going to walk it into the offensive zone. 5-2 as we're about 8 minutes into the third quarter here of Baggataway Cup 2015 semifinal number 2. The winner to advance to play the Western Mustangs in a game that you can watch here on live.streamit.ca. Just go to the CUFLA page, and there are links in all the stories to watch the games. Go to the Baggataway Cup Facebook page. Links there for you to watch it. Although if you're watching it, you know how to get here.
Exactly,
Tell your friends how to get here and watch the games. Or just www.gators.ca/webcast. That's easy. Tell you just say something, and Claire Webb is there with the information you need. What's that? Most of the time.
It's funny that she brings this up because I've been telling my dad for the last 3 days, yeah, it's gators.ca/webcast, and he still can't seem to figure out how to get online and tune into the game.
Mr. Brock, are you watching? Give us a tweet. Let us know. Does your dad tweet?
No.
Yeah, you really didn't have to say the no after the laugh. Brock setting up behind the net. Brandon Slade directing traffic, just waving away Connor Ham. He wants to go one-on-one with Hayden Nix. Nix has been covering him all game. A little reversal. Passes it out. Tried to hit the cutter. Couldn't quite connect. Nick Ribka just couldn't accept the pass. And there again you see 3 long poles for McGill, handling the ball very well. The third one running it up the field. That's Brendan Mullen. But then the ball turned over once they passed it to the short sticks. You know the poles are just going to be like, we're not passing to you guys anymore if you can't catch the ball.
Yeah.
Brock sets up. Still trailing 5-2 as we near the halfway point of this third quarter. Baggataway Cup 2015 semifinal number 2. Karam. Over to Neal. Slate to Ham. Grayson Houghton is motioning to the sideline for a 6th player to come on as they were 1 short in the offensive zone. Jake Nyhouse was the guy who came out to join them. Number 25 with the ball right now. Ham trying to work his way past Bradley Hoffman. Gives the ball up to Karam. Hoffman's on Karam now. That ball popped up in the air, and Weishi just goes up and gets it. Add that to the skill set of William Weishi as a goalie, is that he can get up and jump to catch the ball. Nice little spin move
Really
there.
nice spin.
Bo Hosking. Oh, and he makes the pass over, and it's just not caught by Alex Lakash. But the Redmen do hold on to possession. They'll just give it to Connor Goodwin. Always a pretty good idea when you want to settle things down. Just give it to your veteran leader and all-time leading scorer. You know he knows what to do with the ball. Not one of those guys known for his scoring, but also a pretty good two-way midfielder.
Yeah, he's got some great hands, and like you said, he's got an excellent field presence. He just knows where to be at all times, and he's able to help guide his team to do the same.
McGill with the ball up high. Down the seam, the shot didn't get through. Bounced straight back into the stick of Biella. Little spin. Sasson Lawless thought about shooting and bounces out of his, just kind of popped out of his stick and rolled into Guinea. Almost like he was trying to throw a fake and just lost it.
Yeah, that's exactly what it looked like happened. He was definitely looking for that hat-trick goal, though.
So McGill has to be happy they're still up 5-2, but has to be disconcerting that they haven't scored. I'm not sure when they actually got their last goal. We'll check the score clock in 13:46 of the second quarter. So they're looking at just about 20 full minutes of gameplay. What a sick little move. Connor Goodwin, we talked about the stick skills. What about the footwork there to get away from Brandon Slade?
That was a sweet move.
Some of the McGill fans picking up the tradition of Bishop's fans and a little bit of a ride on one of the Brock players. Connor Goodwin. Drive down the shoulder. Frost gives it up, and they move it all the way around the circumference. Bromley watched by Burasa. Sub shot ripped by Alex Linton. That one's going to go wide, and Bromley will go pick up the loose ball in the end zone, or the free ball in the end zone. We'll be clearing out of here after the game to make way for some Cégep football. Goodwin goes to the net. Looked like the stick of Josh Kelly got up and kind of banged his helmet around.
It did. He had to, as he was on the fly, he had to move his head
Shake
to bounce
his head.
the helmet back down. The ref was standing right there too, and he didn't really just kind of let it go.
Incidental contact, apparently. McGill on the outside. High pass back to Goodwin. Watched by Cole Martin. There's a shot by Goodwin. Guinea saw that one all the way and caught it no problem. Parker Bale motioning where he wants people to go. He's going to make that long cross field pass. He's so good. You can see how accurately he makes that pass. It still just seems strange that he threw that kind of suicide pass in the first half. It's just, and not to harp on him, it's just you so rarely see Parker Bale make a mistake on the field. He's a consummate defensive player. And, we've talked about the skill set of the McGill defenders being able to handle the ball. Parker Bale, very good at handling the ball and passing as well.
Yeah, and he makes that exact same play every single time they come out of the defensive zone. He backs up and waits for the defenders to come to him so he can get that far man open. And just the one time he didn't plan it properly.
That shot bounces a little bit wide. I don't think Weishi even had to touch that one. Slade will pick up the ball. There's a ball still on the field. Didn't quite roll out of play, so the referees wisely stop playing and go grab it and toss it into the end zone. Just over 4.5 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. Slade watched by Nix again. Big pick and roll by Neal, but he can't accept the pass. Williams gets it. Neat little flip pass over to Nix. He's going to throw it to the far side. Bradley, outlet. That one's going to actually bounce, but handled without too much trouble by Matthew C. McGill trying to put some pressure on in the offensive zone. Reese Burnell carrying the ball up to the top. Flag on the field over by the 50-yard line on the far side. Penalty coming to the Badgers. Redmen trying to drive down the lane. There's a shot. Anders Biela just missing. McGill setting up in the man up. Quick movement, low shot. For the high shot, the low pass down to Reese Burnell. And McGill finally gets one back. Finally gets one after, we're looking at 25 minutes of gameplay. And that's quite a drought by the Redmen standards. And Burnell buries that one. Some nice passing on the man up.
Yeah, that was more than a quarter's worth of time where they hadn't scored a goal, and they were definitely itching to get one there. And now they're going to try and win this face-off against the really hot Baudouin, he's been all over the face-off.
Oh, he's
today.
Been so good. Of course, Beckus is quite good for McGill, but he's not in there taking this one. It'll be Quentin Bradley, also an accomplished straw man, but Baudouin pulls it out to himself. Didn't pop out immediately of the back of the stick. Just have the one try to pop that ball out of the back of the stick. It's got to come out immediately, or you do give up possession.
Timeout called.
Timeout called by McGill. Just under 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter. They lead 6-2.
The Redmen definitely have to be happy with the performance they put on tonight, even though hadn't scored for a little while there, but they've really done a great job of shutting down this strong Brock offense. Slade has been nothing in the game. They haven't let him get anything.
He hasn't been involved, and we talked about whether we'd see Hayden Nix reprising the Cole Murdoff role and just taking him one-on-one, and he really has, and it's just limited the ability of Slade to get involved in the offense.
Yeah.
And, Brock was kind of fortunate to come out of that win without the production from their leading scorer last night and this morning. And they're not looking so fortunate now, trailing 6-2 with just 21 minutes and 57 seconds to play. And Western's watching this game. They've got most of their team here sitting down in front of us, including the coaching staff. And they're watching this, and they've got to be thinking, we could push things and they've got to be feeling pretty good about the way that they match up, I think.
Yeah, I think so, too.
Certainly with the McGill team that looks like, at this moment, the more likely, of course, to go through to the final.
Well, the Redmen are just playing harder right now than the Badgers are. They're just They want the ball more. They're digging for it more, setting up the bigger hits, putting better shots on net. And, yeah, Western's definitely sizing them up right now to see how they'll be able to compete. But with the way the Western performed at 1 o'clock earlier today, they'll definitely they have a power advantage over both the teams on the field right now.
Yeah, now the thing, I mean, McGill has only given up 2 goals to this point.
Exactly, that's true.
Western, though, put a lot more pressure on the Bishops' defense in a transition approach, and as they are wont to do, than Brock has been able to do so far today. And that may be a little bit of tired legs. There is a penalty. A flag went down, and Nico Baudouin is over in the penalty area.
Yeah, the flag was actually thrown during that
During the timeout, yeah. Thrown by the CBO, the box official, and Baudouin was pretty upset after the last face-off with the call. And oh, there's a shot. What a save by Guinea.
Save.
Reese Burnell looking for his second goal. Absolutely robbed. The ball's on the ground. It's picked up. McGill gets it back. Burnell's going to throw it across.
That was a really nice whack by Sesson Lawless in the offensive zone there.
Oh, and he gets it back. And that one's blocked by the defender. I think it was Papadinic that stopped that one, but Connor Goodwin comes up with the ball. We're going to check and see what the penalty was, but I think it may have been an unsportsmanlike call. It was to Nico Baudouin. During the timeout, I think he took that opportunity to let the refs know what he thought about the call earlier. And that's the kind of discipline the lack of discipline you just can't have. Penalty is over. We're back to even strength. You can hear the McGill fan base cheering, getting the rhythmic "Let's Go Redmen" chanting going. We're into the final 30 seconds of the third quarter. The clock is on the field. Little hand switch by Biella, pass across. A rip, the save. Actually, it's blocked. The ball bounces well up the field and heads out. It's going to be McGill possession as it went off the Brock defender. Just about 5 seconds left. McGill's going to push down, try and get the last shot off. Make the pass into the slot. Emile Sasson Lawless wants a penalty as he was just kind of shoved down.
He shoved down and the stick was a bit high there too. It was right. It looked like the head of the stick was right on the side of his helmet as he hit the ground there.
Yeah, I mean Drew Papadinic, I think it was, that got into it with him and just kind of shoved Sasson Lawless to the ground. And as Sasson Lawless went down, the stick did kind of slide up. I'm Steven Stamp with Sawyer Brock.